The Valley of the Kings, a place of secrets, a place of whispers. It was here in 1922 that Howard Carter made an incredible discovery. He found the tomb of Tutankhamun. Tutankhamun was just a boy when he became pharaoh. He ruled Egypt for a short time. Then he vanished from history. His tomb lay hidden for over 3,000 years. Carter's discovery was huge. The tomb was almost untouched. Treasures glittered inside, gold, jewels, furniture. It was a glimpse into a lost world. But the discovery came with a dark side. A sense of foreboding hung over the tomb. The air was thick with anticipation. Every step they took echoed through the ancient corridors, a reminder of the centuries that had passed since anyone had last walked these halls. Carter and his team entered the tomb, their hearts pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. They had spent years preparing for this moment, and now they were finally here. They were met with a sight that took their breath away. Rooms filled with treasures beyond their wildest dreams. Golden artifacts, intricate jewelry, and ancient relics lay untouched, waiting to be discovered. But there was something else, something unsettling. A warning inscription carved into the stone walls caught their attention. The hieroglyphs were ancient, yet their message was clear. It spoke of a terrible fate, a fate that awaited anyone who dared to disturb the pharaoh's eternal rest. The words seemed to pulse with an eerie energy, as if the curse itself was alive. Death would come to those who disturbed the pharaoh. The inscription was clear. It was a curse, a dire warning from beyond the grave. The ancient Egyptians believed in the power of curses, and this one was no exception. A curse upon anyone who dared enter the tomb. The words echoed in their minds, a chilling reminder of the potential consequences of their actions. Some dismissed it as superstition. Ancient folklore meant to scare off grave robbers. They believed that the curse was nothing more than a clever ruse, a way to protect the tomb's treasures from being plundered. But others felt a chill, a deep, unsettling feeling that something was watching them. The air seemed to grow colder, and the shadows in the corners of the tomb seemed to move. Was it a real threat? The question lingered in their minds. Could the curse truly bring death and misfortune to those who entered the tomb? Or was it simply a myth, a story passed down through generations, or just a way to protect the tomb from grave robbers? The ancient Egyptians were known for their elaborate security measures, and the curse could have been one of them. The discovery of the inscription fueled the flames of mystery. It added a new layer of intrigue to their expedition, a puzzle that begged to be solved. It added to the growing sense of unease. The team couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, that the tomb itself was alive with the spirits of the past. The warning from beyond the grave was more than just words on a wall. It was a presence, a force that seemed to permeate the very air they breathed. Tragedy struck soon after the tomb's opening. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 was a monumental event, capturing the world's attention. But the excitement was soon overshadowed by a series of unfortunate events. Lord Carnarvon, Carter's patron, died suddenly. He had been a key figure in the excavation, funding the expedition and sharing in the triumph of the discovery. He had been in the tomb with Carter. The newspapers went wild. Headlines screamed of a curse, and the public was enthralled by the idea that ancient forces were at work. The curse of the pharaoh, they cried. More deaths followed, members of Carter's team. The mysterious deaths seemed to validate the curse, fueling further speculation and fear. People who had visited the tomb. Tourists and locals alike were drawn to the site, despite the ominous rumors. Each death was linked back to the curse. The media connected every untimely demise to the tomb, creating a narrative that was hard to ignore. The stories spread like wildfire. The idea of a curse captured the public's imagination, spreading across continents and becoming a global sensation. Was it just coincidence, or was there something more sinister at play? Scientists offered explanations. They delved into the tomb's environment, searching for logical reasons behind the deaths. They blamed bacteria in the tomb. The theory suggested that ancient bacteria, undisturbed for millennia, could have caused fatal infections. They said the deaths were natural. Medical experts pointed to pre-existing conditions and the harsh environment as contributing factors. But many refused to believe them. The allure of the supernatural was too strong, and skepticism was met with resistance. The legend of the curse persisted. Books and articles were written, each adding to the mystique and perpetuating the tale. It captured the imagination of the world. The story of Tutankhamun's curse became a part of popular culture, a haunting reminder of the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Among the treasures, one stood out: Tutankhamun's golden mask. It was a masterpiece of ancient craftsmanship. The mask was stunning, life-size, made of solid gold. It showed the young king's face, serene and regal. The details were incredible. The eyes, made of obsidian and quartz, they seemed to follow you. The headdress, striped with gold and blue glass. It symbolized his power. The mask was more than just a burial object. It was a symbol of the pharaoh's divinity. It connected him to the gods. It was meant to ensure his passage to the afterlife. Secrets hidden in gold. The mask held secrets, tiny flaws and imperfections in the gold. These imperfections, almost invisible to the naked eye, told a story that had been hidden for centuries. Each scratch, each dent, was a clue to the past. Experts used modern technology to examine them, and they made a startling discovery. Advanced imaging techniques such as X-rays and 3D scans revealed details that had been overlooked for generations. These technologies allowed scientists to peer beneath the surface, uncovering the hidden history of the mask. The mask had been damaged, not just a minor scratch, but significant damage that had altered its structure. This damage was not immediately visible, but under the scrutiny of modern tools, it became clear. It had been hastily repaired in ancient times. The repairs were crude, suggesting that whoever fixed it was in a hurry. This raised questions about the circumstances surrounding the damage. Why? Had it been dropped during the funeral procession? The funeral of a pharaoh was a grand event, filled with rituals and ceremonies. Could the mask have been damaged in the chaos of the procession? Or was there a more sinister reason? The possibility of foul play could not be ruled out. Was there a plot against the young king, even in death? The damage to the mask raised more questions. Experts debated the implications of the findings. Each new piece of evidence added to the mystery rather than solving it. It hinted at possible turmoil in the aftermath of Tutankhamun's death. The young pharaoh's death had left a power vacuum, leading to political instability. Could the damage to the mask be a reflection of this turmoil? The mask, once a symbol of power, now hinted at vulnerability. It was a poignant reminder that even the most powerful rulers were not immune to the ravages of time and human error. It became a symbol of the mysteries surrounding the young king's life and death. The mask, with its hidden flaws and hasty repairs, encapsulated the enigma of Tutankhamun's short reign and the secrets that still lay buried with him. A life cut short. Tutankhamun became pharaoh at a young age. He was just a boy. He ruled for about 10 years. Then he died suddenly. His death was a mystery. No one knew why he died so young. Some whispered of foul play. Had he been murdered? Was his death a result of palace intrigue? Or had he succumbed to illness? The truth remained elusive. Tutankhamun's early death only deepened the mystery surrounding him. Unraveling the mystery of Tutankhamun's death. In recent years, scientists have used modern technology to investigate Tutankhamun's death. They conducted CT scans on his mummy. They performed forensic analyses. The results were intriguing. They revealed that Tutankhamun had suffered a broken leg shortly before his death. He had also contracted malaria. These discoveries suggested a possible cause of death. Perhaps the broken leg had become infected. This, combined with malaria, could have been fatal. It seemed like a plausible explanation. The shadow of doubt. Despite the scientific findings, some doubts lingered. The circumstances surrounding Tutankhamun's death remained unclear. The possibility of foul play couldn't be entirely ruled out. Some experts argued that the leg fracture could have been caused by violence. They pointed to the lack of historical records about the cause of the injury. The whispers of murder continued. Was Tutankhamun a victim of a power struggle, or had he simply succumbed to a combination of unfortunate events? Tutankhamun's enduring legacy. Tutankhamun's tomb remains one of the most significant archaeological discoveries of all time. It offered a glimpse into the wealth and splendor of ancient Egypt. But the mysteries surrounding his life and death continue to fascinate us. The curse, the golden mask, the cause of his death. These are puzzles that may never be fully solved. We are left to ponder the possibilities, to draw our own conclusions. Tutankhamun's legacy is one of enduring mystery. He remains an enigma, a young king whose story continues to capture our imaginations thousands of years later. If you like this content, please like, comment and subscribe.